Hello everyone, I am Josh and welcome to this Sims 3 house building video. I almost said 4 there, but I caught myself, so everything's good and jolly. So anyway, this house build, as you can see here, is on a kind of on a hill. Not really a cliff, but it's a hill, and it's on the very top of a cliff, I guess. So pretty much there's a gigantic drop down. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And as you'll see, once the camera rotates the other way, or once I zoom out a bit more, you'll see it's on the very top of a kind of, it's not really at the top of a mountain, but it's part way up a mountain, kind of on the edge of a cliff. It's not on, the house itself isn't built on the cliff, but it's like at the top, so it like overlooks like the whole town below, which is pretty neat. Anyway, you can see here, I'm just trying to get the walls to work properly. It took me way longer than it should have, but here you go. You can see it's working out now. Now, what I'm doing right now, I kind of built all this about a month ago, so yeah, you can tell there's been no videos for about a month, and that's just because I've been really busy with school, and then I got the flu, I believe. I think it was the flu, because I was hideously sick, and I've only just started feeling better the past 2 days, so it's been like a week and a half or whatever, which is pretty horrid, so there goes quite a bit of my spring break. But anyway, I'm making a video now, so that's good. It's all good. Oh, there you can see the cliff that the house overlooks. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, I did like the structure of the house. I built that all, yeah, about a month ago. So I don't know what's really gonna happen next until we get to furnishing. But anyway, what I do know is that I changed it up quite a bit. This is a relatively long house build. I didn't split it into 2 parts because I hate 2-part house builds because it's extra work. So, you know, it just, if I can keep it in one, it makes me happy. So, you know, I kept it in one this time because, like, the way it works for me, if it's 40 minutes long, which this one is 40 minutes of building, it's okay. But if it's like 50 minutes, then like I'm like, ugh, I have to split it into 2 parts because I'm not going to make a 50-minute video. It's just, I have made 50-minute videos in the past, but I don't want to now, so decided not to do that. Anyway, what was I even saying? Yeah, it's pretty long, but, oh, right, yeah, the reason it's long is because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this house build, so it's just kind of all over the place. I just do crazy things with it. You'll see there's, like, bizarreness will happen, especially not for long from now. So you're gonna see all that, and it's kind of crazy. But at this point, it's pretty tame. The house, you know, looks pretty much like a house. It's just, you know, a nice, interesting shape. If you haven't guessed already, it's a modern house. Perhaps the name would have given it away, I don't know. But, you know, yeah, it's called Modern Outlook because A, it's modern, and B, because it's kind of looking out over the, you know, the town. It's, you know, it's like a perch. I guess I could have blah, blah, blah. That was a great sentence. No, I guess I could have called it Modern Perch or something, but whatever. You know, Modern Outlook, or it could just be like Outlook, like you're looking out to your, like, you know, your outlook. Like, it's like not a physical, like you're not doing something physically, but it's like your outlook is positive or whatever. I don't know. That could be part of the name too. It's a modern outlook. Interesting. Anyway, I don't know what all that's about, but you can see here, I'm trying something interesting with the roof because it just was a weird shape and it just looked bad. So I thought, hey, let's just stick a 3rd floor on there. Yeah, it was a mistake. There is no 3rd floor in the final house. Right now there's a 3rd floor though, and I end up expanding it to massive size. It ends up being huge, and then I end up getting rid of it all because I realized it looked terrible. And then when I finally get the shape down pat, I was about to begin landscaping, and I was typing in a cheat, and I accidentally hit the hotkey to stop recording. So the recording stopped, and I did a lot of the landscaping and all the floor plan, like the whole floor plan. And then I realized it's not recording, and I'm like, well, that's great. So there is part missing, but on the bright side, if I hadn't made that mistake, this video would be even longer than it already is. So yeah, when we get to start landscaping, you'll see that it's a little bit missing, but it's not a big deal. I kind of you know, showed like paused like on those like on what I did, so you could have like a moment to look at it. We'll get to that. I don't know why I'm talking about what's going to happen instead of talking about what's happening. Because what's happening is I'm choosing wall colors, and I don't like them, so I end up changing it all. And right now I was going for a very modern look, like ultra modern look, but I end up changing it so it's kind of rusticy. That's not a word, I know. It's kind of, it's what I'm trying to say is I made it look kind of more rustic. So there's a lot of wood involved, a lot of wood logs. There's a lot of logs. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like the log cabin wallpaper, but on a modern house, and it actually looks pretty cool. And you'll see that. The inside is it's definitely still a very modern house, especially on the inside. You'll see there's kind of a nice hole in the floor in the living room with some glass over it, so you can see down, which is pretty neat. I've done that in the past, but anyway, here you can see, well, there's something. That house, it's interesting looking. I mean, I guess at this point it wasn't too bad, but I didn't like the roof because it still looks pretty awful. I mean, let's just face it here. Pretty bad looking roof, which you can't see right now, so it's not too bad at the moment. But yeah, so I put some lights there, which I made orange or something, and I went green and red. Yeah, there's the orange lights, which don't stay either. Yeah, at this point, the final house looks nothing like it looks right now. It definitely doesn't stay that. Oh, there we go. I'm getting rid of the roof. That's exciting. So we're soon going to be seeing something else happening. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. So what happens at this point is the giant third floor I was talking about. I make it extend like way past the end of the house, like the back of the house, and so it's just huge, and it looks pretty bad, so I don't keep it. You'll see what's happening right now. It's a decent size at the moment, but it doesn't stay that way, and it looks pretty awful. Like, let's face it, like that does not look good. So this is the only problem with building something that I don't know what I want to do. And I just kind of start off like, oh, well, I know I want to build a modern house. I know I want to build it on this particular lot. And then I just don't know what else to do. So then it just kind of looks bad. So it takes a while for me to actually make it look good. Anyway, here is where I do the giant third floor bit I was talking about. So yeah, while I do that and waste a bunch of time, I'll tell you about the lot this is placed on. So this lot is an existing lot in Hidden Springs. I believe, I don't know what it's called, but it's not hard to mistake it for anything else because it's kind of here at the top of this mountain. Not top of the mountains, it's on the mountain. There's not many lots in the mountains. This one is a community lot. I'm not sure. I think it's just a park or something, but it was a waste of the lot, So I thought I should build a house here because it's pretty cool. The view is pretty epic. So anyway, that's what I ended up doing. So if you do have Hidden Springs, you can place this house on that lot. It should work pretty well. I'd also imagine that it wouldn't work terribly in Sunset Valley, where I built my last modern house, Cascade. It's kind of those hill lots. And this house may work there. No, I'm too lazy to test it out, but it might work there. I have no idea though, so who knows? But so if you don't have Hidden Springs, you can still download the house, obviously. It just might be a bit of a challenge to find a place to put it where it doesn't look ridiculous. Who knows? Anyway, you can see here what I've done. I've, expanded the third floor there, so it kind of just goes beyond, I don't even know. It just goes beyond the back of the house, and it's just like this huge, weird thing. And the problem I had with it was that, number one, the roof was now just a giant flat rectangle, which is not very nice looking, and you can't see the back of the house anymore because the third floor just obscures it all because it's so giant. So yeah, this doesn't stay. This look here that I've got going on does not stay. Oh, there's the windows in the pool. Now I have to say that is not a pool I'd want to swim in because I would just be too scared. Yeah, I mean, like, look at it. It's like on the very edge of that mountain. It's pretty terrifying. It's like, especially you'll see in the screenshots near the end of this video. So if you stick around for those, or if you skip to the end, I know most of you probably do that. You'll see that there's a screenshot that's like is way zoomed out, so you can see the whole mountain, and it's like this tiny little house. It's not a tiny house, but it looks tiny from that view. It's like the little house perched on top with like the pool, that's just like on the very edge, like off this giant cliff. It's pretty terrifying. I mean, to swim in that pool, I don't know if I'd do it. I mean, it'd be cool, like, 'cause that whole front wall is just looking out to space pretty much. And like, if that glass broke and you were in the pool, there'd be just like, you'd make an instant waterfall pretty much. Just be like all that water would just like pour down the cliff. And then I'll land into the house at the bottom, because there is a house at the bottom, so that's great. Anyway, right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm adding a giant angle, apparently, because I thought that was going to help. Obviously, adding giant angles makes things look better all the time. I don't know. Just thought maybe it would help a bit. It doesn't stay this way at all, though. I put it back the way it was eventually. Oh, okay, wait, actually, that other angle, the angle right there in the back, does stay. That's where the front door actually ends up going, so, you know, it's an evolution. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Oh, yes, I remember this. Yeah, so I put a giant angled rectangle on the top of the house, and then I put a bunch of stripes that like went from the floor up the wall over the top and like down the other side. I don't know, you'll see. It was pretty stupid. You'll see it in a moment. Once I figure out some stuff on that side of the house, which actually stays. That little balcony there stays. I don't think I put anything on it, but it definitely is there in the end. And here's the stairs. Well, there's no stairs yet, but there's the platforms for the stairs anyway over there for the front door. Here's the final color of the house coming in right now, which is exciting. So we have a, well, I mean, besides the wood I was talking about, we have this lovely stucco kind of thing. It's actually stone, I think, but it looks like stucco, so we'll just pretend it is. And yeah, and right here, just putting in some glass and some stuff. I mean, to be honest, at this point, the house didn't look too bad, so I probably could have kept it the way it is now, but I just still wasn't too happy with it, so, you know, it doesn't stay this way anyway, so, well, there you go. There's a nice giant roof for you. Still, oh, yeah, this is a little difficult getting that roof on there. Oh my goodness, yes. There you go, beautiful. Not really, but, oh, just adding a little cutout there in the front, and a weird cutout on the side there, because that makes sense. And right now, it still looks pretty awful, let's be honest. Yeah, there's some glass railings. You know, that always helps the appearance. You know, just stick some glass railings here, some glass railings there. It always makes things look better. Oh, there, I just cut it down a bit, because it was just way too big. And, you know, I mean, I was just trying to make it look good at this point, but it just doesn't work out really at all. So that's when I eventually just scrapped this idea. Eventually, because it's not anytime soon, I don't think. I mean, I have to do the stripes, still have to do the stripes, so, you know, just give it a moment. Here I'm preparing for the stripes, which is exciting. They're kind of like overlapping, which is interesting. It's a cool idea, but it just didn't work in this situation here. So, yeah, you can see there they are, made out of stages, and then I colored them like a blue color, and you can see they kind of overlap, which I thought was cool, but it didn't stop it from looking terrible, you know. Anyway, just adding some color on here. I think actually they were gray. I thought they were blue, but there you go, they're gray. And yeah, they look pretty awful, so it's just like, here you go, here's something interesting. Let's just put some angled strips everywhere, and, you know, everything's great now. But no, it's not great, it looks pretty awful, so yeah, I wrapped them up the wall. There we go, wrapping it up the wall, of course. It didn't work at all, so I'm going to get rid of it all, don't worry. I mean, it's a cool idea, but it just did not work out at all, so yeah, what a shame. Oh, there's a tree. That's exciting. And there it all goes. So I think at this point, I'm finally going to make it look good. So, I mean, what are we, like 13, almost 14 minutes in. And I still have not yet finalized it. So that's just great. Anyway, here you can see I'm just going to make the upper level just a little smaller, which just is a good look, I think. Because it was too wide. I think that was one of the problems. It was just too wide, so here I am making it a little narrower, and yeah, one thing I did is I made the house narrower, but the pool, which was like perfectly like lined up, centered with the house, I didn't make it smaller. I made the house smaller, but I didn't make the pool smaller, so the pool's not centered with the house anymore. It's a little bit off center, but there's so many plants and stuff on one side, it looks okay. So it's like, by the time I realized it, see, I even get rid of the entire pool. Wait, what? I get rid of the entire pool? No, I don't. No, I must undo that, because there's no way I get rid of the pool. at that point. No way. Hold on. Yeah, I think I undo it. Is I was trying to get that overhanging. I wanted that to overhang the pool, but I couldn't do it because it didn't work. Yep, there's the pool. Told you. Because I thought, like, if I delete the pool, I can't imagine I would put it back in off-center. But yeah, it's because I left it there. So, anyway, by the time I realize it's off-centered, I'm like, well, you know, too late. I'm not redoing it at this point. So, yeah, anyway, there's the final. We're looking at the almost final shape here. So we have this giant roof happening, and I'm just kind of going to make it look good in a second by putting a bunch of cutouts in it and stuff. There you go. You can see it happening here. And then I make it, I think I do this a second time. I redo all of this for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but oh, there it all goes. Oh yeah, because I didn't want that to be a full level. So yeah, there's no third floor, there's just the first floor, or actually it's really a second floor. There's no, I've been calling it a third floor this whole time, because I kind of think of the basement as the first floor, because it has the walkout area to the pool. So anyway, there's no floor above the main level. So, you know, it's kind of just like a thick frieze with a roof on top. But anyway, you can see here, putting some roofs on the house. It looks pretty good. Finding the center there for the chimney. The chimney's not connected to the fireplace in the house in any way. It's just completely separate. See, the problem was I was going to make it out of walls, but I couldn't build beyond that level. So I thought columns, you know, I thought this was a genius idea. Just use columns, and I'm like, oh crap, it doesn't cut out the roof. Because, you know, that's a problem. So I just cannibalized some, I don't know why I said cannibalize, that word doesn't even make sense in this situation, but I took some, I don't eat fireplaces. I took some chimneys from some fireplaces there and used it there, so that works. I don't know why I said cannibalize. I just thought that would sound like a fancy word choice there, but that was a stupid word choice. Anyway, so yeah, right here, I'm just gonna add a frieze or something, I don't even know. Let's have this bizarre roof angled thing happening, which doesn't stay. Yeah, I just go with a rectangle because it's just a more classic shape, and I also got some, whatever you call those things, stages. Yes, that's the word. Got some stages on the top there. I always like to put stages on the houses because they just look cool. Here we go with the wood, the wood logs. So they look quite nice. You can see they're coming in here. And I thought it added a nice rustic feel. I use the wood logs inside the house as well, with the stone too. So like there's just accent walls and stuff. And it actually looks really cool. I think it turned out pretty nicely. So you can see there just kind of like a combination of stone, wood, and stucco, which looks pretty cool. You know, it's a vast improvement over how it looked before. It also looks completely different at this point. Pretty much completely unrecognizable compared to how it looked not too long ago. Yeah, here I'm just going to add a little fake balcony up the top because, you know, there's no, this, you know, adds a bit of detail, but there's no level up there, there's no room up there, so just a fake balcony, but it's okay. There's some nice doors as well, and there's also going to be some more doors below, and you can see it looks pretty classy. Yeah, so now at this point, now that we are nearly 20 minutes into the video, I'm going to finally start finishing up the shape of the house. So now you can probably tell why this is a 40-minute, or it's more than 40 minutes this video, but you can get the idea now, because there's just so much I changed just throughout the build. I was just changing this and that and everything pretty much. It's kind of crazy, but you know, yeah, so here you can see just, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, this is all from a month ago still, so, you know, who knows what's going to happen next, really. I put some roofs in, there's some windows I was going to put up there, but I realized there's no room up there, so there's no reason to have windows there. And I don't even know, just like figuring out the materials to use to make it look good. And over here, I'm just going to type in a cheat and mess up, so there's the landscaping. You can see that just popped in instantaneously. It's magic, you know? It's all magic, folks. And, oh, there's the floor plan. So, whoa, Jesus Christ, the camera's all over the place. Yeah, so that was that point where I accidentally turned off the recording, because I'm great like that. So yeah, you know, I'm so great. I'm just amazing. I just mess up like that. It's a pretty stupid mistake, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. Anyhow, just working on a little bit of a balcony over here. trying to get that to work. I was confused because something was weird about it, but now it's okay. Don't worry. Nothing to worry about here. So I wanted to make it match the front. So anyway, there you go. Beautiful balcony. There's the floor plan. You can see, so this house ends up having 3 bedrooms and some amount of bathrooms. I think it's, well, let me just try to count right now. There's the master bathroom. There's a guest bathroom. There is a gym bathroom. There's a half, so it's 4 bathrooms. Or 3.5, technically. Anyway, there's a trellis, and there's another trellis. Looks pretty good. And just changing the colors up there on the roof. And yeah, you can see the pool is blue now as well. And there's also a hot tub in that nook. I don't know if you saw that for a split second. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll see it when we go inside. But there's a little hot tub that's kind of tucked away, which is nice. It looks out over the pool too. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about that stupid mistake, but you can see the landscaping now as we go through here. I do some more in the end as well. Anyway, putting some windows in, and this is the master bedroom here. I'm about to put the windows in for it. So yeah, there's the windows for the master bedroom and master bathroom. There's also a home office kind of study area. Here, I just put the windows in for that. Oh, actually, wait, there's a bathroom off of that. That's 4.5 bathrooms then. Wow. 4.5 bathrooms. Wow, it's a lot of bathrooms. Only 3 bedrooms, though. Anyway, just changing up the walls here in the living room. You can see the glass flooring that looks down below. It's kind of like a game room area down there. And you can tell this is my house that I've built because there's bookshelves everywhere. It's my thing I always seem to do here. So yeah, there's all these built-in bookshelves, which look really cool though. So here in the living room, you can see we have these built-in bookshelves that are lovely. There's also some on either side of the fireplace as well, which is it's really cool living room. There's also a taller ceiling in here as well. So it's like, I think it's technically 2-story ceiling, possibly. Looks pretty nice. Next, no, it's just shy of being a 2-story ceiling because I can't fit another level up there, but it's close. Either way, there's the fireplace and the television. And the dining room is the room next to the living room. There's also the kitchen as well. Here's the flooring that covers a lot of the first floor. It's this interesting marble kind of diamond patterned thing, which looks pretty cool. I thought it looked cool, so that's why I used it, obviously. So you can see here we just have all these diamonds everywhere. And it kind of carries into the kitchen, into the bathrooms and stuff, and it just looks nice. So yeah, anyway, there's that. And you can see the vaulted ceiling in this hallway here, which is pretty cool. I put a fancy chandelier in, which you'll see in the screenshots as well, which it looks really nice. So you can see there's a nice kind of cool chandelier thing going on with those lights. I made it into a square, and I put another light in the middle. And there's also a gigantic light fixture over the living room as well, which I think came with Island Paradise, and it's probably technically for resorts and stuff that have really tall ceilings, but since the living room has a tall ceiling, I put a giant chandelier in it, which is pretty cool. Anyway, here's the little hallway, and this is actually from last week that I'm doing right now. It's not from a month ago, which is good, so I can kind of remember better. Also, yeah, some cabinets here, just because, why not have some cabinets in the nook and cranny there, because, who knows, maybe you need to stash something away, who knows. Anyway, I don't know, there's some cabinets. Enjoy. Yeah, I use the same cabinets I'm using here in the kitchen as well. I just need something to fill the space that wasn't a bookshelf, because I get a little too carried away with the bookshelves. It's just way too many of them. Eventually, you'll see that. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 in the living room or something, and then there's one in the study, and there's... I actually know there was one in the dining room, but I replaced the one in the dining room with a china cabinet because it made more sense. There's the hot tub. You can see it here. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, so there's a little game room down there as well with the glass ceiling on it that looks up to the living room, which is pretty neat. Yeah, so here you can see there's a nice wood flooring coming in. I use that throughout the house. It looks pretty nice. And let me take a sip of water as well, because it's been a while. Not actually that long. 24 minutes? Wow. I thought it's been longer, but no. Either way, sorry about that. Anyway, that's a nice grand piano in the living room. I'm quite pleased with it. I like having the pianos somewhere in the house. So you can see that there. And also there's 3 large couches. And I'm putting a nice coffee table in as well. So I was going to do that, but it looks stupid, so I didn't do that. The thing with the glass coffee tables. I ended up going, yeah, I didn't want a glass coffee table because there's a glass floor. And while it seems like that'd be cool, the problem is the glass does weird things with like glass over glass in the game. So I replaced it with a good old normal coffee table, which you can see there, which does look kind of sad when you look at it from below because you just have this giant block like covering the floor, but it's okay. Anyway, here I'm just putting some lighting in the vaulted ceiling area because, you know, lighting in The Sims 3 sucks, so I'm just trying to kind of make that look a little better to some extent anyway. I was putting some light, wall lights everywhere as well, and also a nice plant there behind that couch. I got that those 2 white couches and the black couch, and also like a little chest there under the side table, and, you know, some oars and stuff, you know, not like you're gonna be boating anywhere. Actually, you could be boating. It's a nice river that runs through Hidden Springs, so I guess you have your oars there if these people like boating and stuff, you know. It's a nice view of it out the window, the river, that is. So that's pretty nice. Anyway, there's a chair I'm gonna put over by the side table. I guess it's kind of like a reading nook, so if your sim wants to sit and read, even as boring as that is, they can do that, which is great. You know, so anyway, there's a nice little fancy rug there under the piano, and here's the dining room. So in the dining room we have like the head chairs are kind of bigger, and then we have these modern chairs that are just all the other ones. I also just moved that tree so you can see out the window because it's a nice view. There's the bookshelf in the dining room that I replaced with a china cabinet because it was just too many bookshelves eventually at this point. Yeah, just moving the table around, trying to get it in the optimal position, which is in the center of the room. And there's a nice rug I'm just going to be putting in here, and a nice light over it, so it looks pretty nice. I also don't put in the blinds because I don't think people can really see up to the house anyway. I do put blinds in the master bedroom, so your Sims can sleep, even though the light doesn't affect them, but in real life it would. Anyway, there's a little love seat and some little side tables and stuff, also a stereo, which is nice, and, you know, oh, there we go, finally that bookshelf is gone, now it's a china cabinet. There you go, makes more sense. I did actually put a bookshelf behind the china cabinet, though, so it kind of looks more built in. But anyway, the living room and dining room are done now, which is exciting, and just putting a little wallpaper, putting a thing, something in the hallway. What do you call that? A painting. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's a painting. Duh. Anyway, continuing the lovely tile floor, or the marble floor, into the kitchen, which you can see here, has the stunning diamond pattern on it. And it's a nice kitchen. It's got a view out over the cliff edge, and it has double ovens there, double ranges and stuff, whatever, you know. Double ovens, I guess you'd call them. I don't know about stoves. I guess, is that what they're called in the game? Are they called stoves? They call them stoves or ovens or whatever. I guess it's a stove, technically. You got 2 of those, though, and you have a nice fridge, and there's a little rug there, and another rug, you know, little mats. Because you'd imagine that marble floor would get pretty cold, so it's nice to have mats on the floors, and a little painting. Actually, it's a pretty large painting on the wall there. Anyway, we're moving on to the study room thing, which is a large room, which you can see here. It's got a nice desk in it, though, and also that balcony out the back, which looks into the forest behind it. And here we have a nice couch as well, and some chairs and stuff just around the place, so it kind of, you know, looks nice. Yeah, I actually moved the chairs to face the desk, so there you go. But there's still a nice couch there, and also bookshelves, of course. There's a built-in bookshelf on one wall, and also that freestanding one on the other wall. And yeah, so there's another stereo, and there's a painting, and also some side tables as well for the sofa. Also, there's the coffee table I was going to use in the living room, but I used it here. And also, yeah, the rugs I'm using right now are, at least the rug under the sofa there, is from Into the Future, and it's actually meant for you to place plants on it, because like they're normally green and they let you place plants on them without using move objects. But I like to use those as rugs, like normal rugs, because they're just like perfect sizes for stuff, and they're also modular, so you can kind of put them together to make different sized rugs, different shaped rugs. It's pretty cool. It's a fun tip there, so you don't have to use them for plants and stuff, because it's very limiting use for them. Anyway, here is the half bathroom, in which I have some nice counters there for a kind of fancy angled vanity. And there's also a nice toilet, and yeah, it's just a half bathroom. It's off the entrance of the house, so it's the half bathroom in 4.5 baths. Or I guess if you call it 5 bathrooms, then it's the 5th bathroom, so yeah. Got a nice mirror, A couple mirrors actually. Okay, one thing is the mirror over the sink isn't centered because I had to kind of move the cabinets into the wall a bit so they all fit on that angle. So the sink is slightly off center, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world, I guess. Anyway, here you can see this is the laundry room. So you have a nice sink there under the window, washer dryer, a little shelf full of crap. You know how it is. And there's a little hamper as well. So yeah, pretty nice mirror over that. And there you go. And over here is another bathroom, which I forgot about earlier. So yeah, there's a little bathroom next to the study. So I guess if you can't, for some reason, or if your Sims for some reason can't literally just walk down the hall to go to the bathroom, there's one right off the study. So, talk about convenience. And there's some more clutter items on the shelf in here as well. And it's just, actually, no, wait, this is also a half bathroom. So really it's 3 bathrooms and 2 half bathrooms. Whatever, it doesn't make a difference, does it? Still call it 5 bathrooms, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, there's the stairwell, which I just put some stuff in. So, that's always great and jolly. Great and jolly? Good and jolly is my saying. Here I'm just recoloring all of the railings on the half walls and stuff, so it all looks good. Because, also you can see in the, whatever you call it, that front balcony off the living room. Ow, I just banged my elbow gesturing to my screen. You probably didn't hear that, but anyway. There's, on that balcony, there's like glass things in the floor that look down over the pool, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't think it actually looks over the pool, but it's pretty close to the pool anyway. And it's got little glass spots in it. I think you'll see them in the screenshots. It looks pretty neat, though. Pretty fancy schmancy, if I do say so myself. Anyway, recoloring some stairs, putting in some flooring downstairs, and we're going to do the basement level. And the great news is we have like 9 minutes left of house build. Actually 8 minutes at this point. So we're getting close. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to the end. The end is near. Anyway, yeah, so you have these nice lights there. Also, my stomach keeps making noises. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Hopefully not. It's kind of annoying, frankly, but anyway. I just thought I'd share that with you because, obviously you wanted to know that. Anyway, there's a not coffee table. It's called a pool table, though I suppose you could put coffee on it if you wanted to, but really it's for playing pool. Yeah, so there's a nice pool table. I hope it works. It technically doesn't fit in there, but I use move objects, so it should fit. I mean, it does fit, but I don't know if it's usable. That's the problem. Here I'm trying to put in a bar, and it was a bit of a struggle to get it to fit in. I think it probably also doesn't help with the pool table being there, but I just ended up figuring it out, so you'll see. I don't do it like that. I wanted to do it like that, but I didn't, so it's like that. So there you go. Beautiful. There's some little stools there, and one thing that annoys me is bars don't snap to counters, which is super annoying. So yeah, The Sims 4 I think they do, but in this game they don't, so it's very irritating, but it's okay. I got it to work, and there you go. So that main area is now done, and wow, we're on the part I did today, which is exciting. So I know what's happening now. We're doing the bathroom here, so this is a full bathroom, which is smaller than both of the half bathrooms, and I say both. How do I say both that way? Why do I say both with an L in it? I don't know. Both. Either way, you know what I'm trying to say, though. I'd say both with an L in it, so just deal with it. I don't know why I do that, but apparently I do. Anyway, there's a little bathroom there, which is smaller than the other 2 bathrooms, which are both half bathrooms. That's one way of saying it with avoiding that word. Anyway, here's the home gym, which has 2 treadmills and a weights machine in it, which you can clearly see. And there's also televisions for each one of those, some mirrors and stuff, and you can see there's a nice window that looks out to the hot tub as well, which is pretty cool. The hot tub is outside, technically not inside, but it looks nice anyway. There's also a little chair here that Sims can sit on with a nice kind of red upholstery and a little coffee table thing, so it all looks good and jolly. And I'm going to put some details in here, like a towel and just some other stuff, and a little mat on the floor for, yoga and stuff. Even though Sims can't do yoga in this game. Actually, can they? They might. They can do meditation, I think, with World Adventures, but I don't think they can do yoga, like yoga on a yoga mat. But anyway, here's a bathroom. It's a full bathroom off of the home gym. which is there for, you know, your ability to clean up if you want to, if your Sims want to clean up, that is, like take a shower, because, I mean, it's not like there's a bathroom right down the hall, which there is, but it's okay. I just had to fill space, so. Anyway, we're working on the master bedroom now. You just jumped upstairs. And yeah, so now we're on the master bedroom here, which is all on an angle. It's pretty much entirely on an angle, the room, which is kind of cool. I don't know why I said that sentence backwards. It's entirely on an angle, the room. Yes, I should have said the room is entirely on an angle. That's how you'd say it in English. But, you know, I'm an alien, so I don't say it that way. I'm just kidding. I'm not an alien. Anyway, you can see here we have this lovely, lovely room, which has a bed in it and also some dressers and a television and a chair. And it looks cool, you know. It's got a mirror and some posters and stuff. And it's a nice master bedroom. Also, just put a chin-up bar in there as well, just because... Why not? I guess. There was space for it, so who knows. Anyways, a nice rug in there as well, and there you go. Oh, actually, I'm going to put some more stuff in. Never mind. There you go. Oh, wait, nope. And there you go. Now that's done, and we're moving on to the master bathroom, which is also a bizarre shape. You can see it's kind of half on an angle and half not, so it's just kind of weird, but it works okay, so I suppose it's fine. Got double sinks. There's also, I don't know, I hope the other sink is usable because the toilet is kind of there, but yeah, there should be plenty of room, actually. There's a nice mirror on the wall as well, and I put in some details and stuff. Also a little plant there in that bizarre nook that was formed by the shower, and just putting in some other details and stuff. Little rugs here, a little rug there. All looks very good. And yeah, so that's done. So now all that's left, I believe, are the 2 bedrooms. So there's a guest bedroom and a kid's bedroom down here, neither of which have windows, so they're kind of like fancy dungeons, which is very depressing, but... You know, they're for sleeping, they're not for, like, living in there, but anyway, this is for the guest bedroom, which has a wall of dressers, also has a wall of stone as well, which I thought looked kind of nice. It's a nice accent wall there, with a little rustic as well, you know, adds a bit of interest. There's a nice bed and a love seat. There's also a rug, an interesting rug there, and so a television on the wall, which is across from the bed, so Sims can watch television in bed. And here's the kids' room, which has the bunk bed. And it also has some beanbag chairs, and I'm going to put some posters in and stuff, and you'll see that. So a desk with a laptop on it, and a bookshelf, of course, because you can never have enough bookshelves in a house. And some floor rugs, because floor rugs as opposed to ceiling rugs, obviously. And also I put a little mirror with a coffee table under it over here in this area by the stairs, just to kind of make it look nice. And yeah, so that's the inside of the house done. Yes, we finished furnishing. And now I'm just going to paint all the bits and bobs that you Sims can't go just plain black because it looks nice. Just visually nice on the eyes. We're almost done here. So if you enjoyed this house build, I'd greatly appreciate it if you check out my channel. I have a bunch of other house builds on there that you can watch if you're so interested. And there's other stuff as well. I finished my Minecraft series finally, so you can watch that if you're interested. And yeah, and if you like what you see, please consider clicking the subscribe button or tapping it if you're on a mobile device. You can tap, not click, since there's no mouse involved. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this house build. There's going to be some screenshots coming up. You can see the glass there on that balcony. There's going to be some screenshots coming up after this. I hope you stick around for those, because I would appreciate it if you do. Or who knows, maybe you skipped this point in the video if you're one of those sly people and you're just, you're looking for the end. You haven't actually watched the rest of it because you're nefarious. But also, oh yes, I got to use that word. I love the word nefarious. It's a great word. You never get to use it because, why would anyone say the word nefarious? It's like kind of silly, but it's a wonderful word. So anyway, I got to use it there. Yeah, but if you skip, it's fine. You're not nefarious. It's just, I felt like saying that. Anyway, all the landscaping should be done at this point. I'm just going to put in some terrain paint. Paint up the terrain a bit here and there. Just add some dirt stuff. So it kind of looks like real life, as close as you can get anyway with The Sims. So there you go. You got some nice dirt happening. Just kind of under the house wall there, because perfect grass won't grow right under the house, don't you know? Yeah, anyway, there we just have some mailbox trash cans, some outdoor lighting is being applied to the house, that's another weird word choice there, but sure. Yeah, and around the pool. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Pretty much done here, and I'm just going to talk until we're finished. Let me just see here. A few seconds left. And yeah, a little light there, and we're done. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.